I'm live from Jhansi Fort in the city of Jhansi, and you can see there the Jhansi fortress, how it is surrounded, and the city lying around this fort is so spectacular. And in the midst of this, it seems to be, and you can see the city is spread across the city far behind me. For me, it's an accidental visit. Of course, it's a planned visit for my prayer march, but I will have to study more about this fort and the history of this fort and the context of this historical period. I'll have to refer some books in library. You can see how the walls of fortress built so strongly in the past history and now still existing strongly and historically. It's so marvelous for me, the engineering, the way it was constructed, the huge labor. You can see far behind around this fort the city is lying spread across in some miles around. So marvelous, so spectacular this fort is built. You can see how the walls, how the fortress wall is built. So strong. For me, in my hometown, there is only one small fort kind of thing called Kondareddy Burju. Another fort I remember in Hyderabad, the Golconda Fort. Now it is Jhansi Fort. Earlier I had seen Raisen Fort and Talbahat Fort. Now Jhansi Fort. This is a famous sculpture of Rani Lakshmi Bai, the great warrior, the great queen warrior in Indian history, who revolted against British. And amazing. For me, the design of the fort and the way it was constructed is really astonishing. This is a fortress spread across like this with huge walls surrounded across. I don't know exact measurements, and this was a place used for cannons during the time of British, built so strongly and so powerfully. You can see from here to this corn window all the way down to the earth. Could have thrown powerful cannons even from this end. So powerful. So these are the fortress walls, and even huge walls. I'm standing on other side of the fort. I don't know what to call these kind of they were pillars, or I don't know what kind of things they were. This is one of the pillar posts. You know how the guards were standing or securing inside this. Yeah, so nice. This is another spot where cannons were used in the battle. That is another end of the fort with a unique construction. I don't know what is really, and you can see the city far behind me down there. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy to read our Indian history, connecting to the history of the world, to understand the context and history, so that I can study our India, our civilization. A shelter house, we don't know exactly what it is made for, what was happening inside, and it's really great. Some rooms made for some hundreds of feet above this sea level. These kind of construction happened some hundreds of years ago. It's truly marvelous and unspeakable, mind-blowing entry. That's another at the entrance, all the way back to the entrance point. That is Panch Mahal. I heard Rani Lakshmi Bai used to live there. I am going inside that Panch Mahal. Here is this mention here on the top 1896. Far above the date is mentioned 1896. This portico, this I don't know what is it symbolizing. Here is the data about this. It's mentioned Rani Lakshmibai is said to have used its ground floor, which served as her meeting hall. Rani stayed in one of the apartments of the first floor. The top floor of the palace was added during the British rule. During archaeological investigation, the remains of the damaged patterns of the palace have come to light. This is the history of this Panch Mahal. I'm heading inside. Booming. This is where meeting is to take place. It's a huge hall. So nice, two halls. And there is another hall. This is another hall. It's an underground passage. It's underground, built on the rock. So strong and solid and dark. You can see anything maybe used for certain these purposes. Wow. Still portions are lying underground. What a technology, what an engineering, marvelous, unspeakable. There is no entry to the first floor and even second floor. We don't know the reasons, but the entry is restricted. This is backside of this Panch Mahal where Rani Lakshmi used to live, and later it was developed by British. And see the huge walls, the fortress. It's eye-catching and unfathomably historical. Yeah. So what about the medieval histories and even the histories in the past, like now I need to study more. I need to become an archaeologist. I need to become a historian, an historian. This is not a joke. Study cannot be taken for granted. And I want encourage students. See the stones, so strong, solid, and the stone constructions without cement. Mortar was used. Spectacular. I came to the entrance. There lying a big cannon used in the olden days in battles. I want young people, especially school and college students, to develop the habit of studying history, archaeology, so that we can preserve our history. You can basically know the history of India, history of the world, and we can preserve the history. I would like to become an historian and an archaeologist as well, after seeing all these kinds of forts in India. This is the entrance I came in, and I'm going to leave the fort now. You can see how marvelous it was construction, the design and the way it was developed. Iron gates. Yeah, here you can see. So marvelous. Do visit in your times, I wish colleges, schools and colleges to make some tour visits for students so that they can study. This is a huge iron cannon used in the battles. Unbelievable. The history mentioned like this: Kadak Bijli Cannon. This lion-headed cannon roared like a lion when fired. Hence this name. Its eyes and eyebrows were artistic. At the center of the cannon there is a beautiful arrangement of split leaf and rope design. It measures 5.50 meters into 1.8 meters with a diameter of 0.66 millimeter. Operated by Ghulam Ghaus Khan, this gun used to frighten the enemies. Unbelievable it is. And this one, the lion-headed cannon. See the size of the ball and the iron made. How it was prepared, manufactured. Unbelievable. So I am really fascinated to visit this fort. That's why I'm not quite happy to leave. I wish I would stay a long time if I am not on a greater mission and study all these things. But anyway, once again, I request all the school students, university students, try to visit individually or collectively behalf of your schools. I wish school managements, even government schools, to promote such tours, school tours, college tours and universities too, so that our students will be able to know the history of India, know the history, and even they will be curious to study historical facts and histories of the world. I am at the Nawalkar Fort. This palace was built by
Head southwest.
1769 between 1796. This palace was used by Rani Lakshmi Bai as residence. During the revolt of 1857, it was badly damaged. So further history is read there. I am going inside of this palace. I just want to study the structure. You can see the entrance and the historical. Here at Nawalkar Fort, this palace was used by Rani Lakshmi Bai. So I am going to see the palace inside. So first floor is not permitted. You can see the design of this palace and the style. It's really remarkable. So ancient. To the first floor, and where exactly Rani Lakshmi Bai was living, we don't know. And this is how this is made. And it's all, the design is so great. Amazing. Design made with the paintings and the stuff. And this is the door. The size easily 6 foot man can go. So nicely modernized, painted. So only one way entrance is open, and this may be the similar palace, similar structure on the other side. This is